Every now and again, I like to get out a valuable comic and just do a review of it and act like it's not a big thing. This is DC Comics Presents Superman and Superboy 87 for $1.25. This is, of course, the first appearance of Amazon Prime Superboy. Since this guy is getting some play in death metal, I thought, why not look at this? This came out in 1986, and it is a Christmas on Infinite Earths crossover tie-in, and there are two stories in this. The first one is a Superman story wherein he teams up with Amazon Prime Superboy. And the second one, that is an origin story for Amazon Prime Superboy. There is some overlap between the two, and the second story ends more or less when this first one begins. So I didn't really know why they didn't just bother to rearrange it to make it a single story. Superman, he is all sad because Supergirl did die in Christmas on Infinite Earths. He is yelling at the sky again, but this time he isn't holding her dead body in his hands. Superman grieving for his dead cousin. It'll not be a gigantic part of this issue, but it will feature more prominently in the second part of this story, which is told in Superman 414. The Superman Revenge Squad, who are a bunch of aliens who hate Superman, well, they learn that Supergirl is dead, and they decide that they will claim responsibility for her death so that they can convince people that the Superman Revenge Squad is a success. And Superman, well, they have Superman at their mercy. They have got Superman in a position where he is vulnerable and not really focusing, so he doesn't realise that he's in their line of sight. And they decide to shoot him with a laser. Not a laser that will kill him, though. That would be a good idea. Instead, they shoot him with a laser that teleports him to an alternative Earth. And on this Earth, well, it's just meant to be our world. It's meant to be the real world. There is no superheroes there. Superman, he is a famous comic book character. There are no aliens, but actually there is in this story. And now Superman, he has wound up transported to that world. Cut to a young couple who are going to a costume party, or it is Halloween or something. It's not explained why they are wearing fancy dress. They were just going to a beach party with some friends, and the friends didn't wear costumes. But this is Amazon Prime Superboy and his girlfriend, who is dressed as a mermaid, like from that Disney film, Aladdin. Actually, when I was little, I used to fancy the Little Mermaid. I still do a bit. She was like one of my first crushes. And whenever I say that now, people, they always go, "That is sick. You do know in that film, she's only meant to be 15 years old." And I always go, "Aye, but how old is she in fish years?" Some of my actual stand-up comedy there. Sorry to torture you with that. only semi-finalist worthy in a no longer ran competition. But then Amazon Prime Superboy, he discovers that he can suddenly fly, and he meets Superman, and the two of them bond. And the one thing about Supergirl's death in this is that Superman, him connecting with Amazon Prime Superboy, it's meant to be helping him cope, and it's like therapeutic and comforting. I will start skipping around a bit. It's not the most dense story. It is a fairly routine Superman story from pre-Christmas on Infinite Earths. It is basically a Silver Age story past its sell-by date. Also, a criticism would be that while sometimes effort is made to distinguish the two visibly, there are some panels where it's just not clear which is meant to be Superman and which is meant to be Amazon Prime Superboy. But after the two of them bonding and stuff, we get to a plot, but plot should probably be in quotation marks, because it's like 4 or 5 pages. There are some aliens who land on Amazon Prime Superboy's Earth. And this kind of defeats the point of the character, doesn't it? Shortly after the first person on this Earth displays superpowers, we have aliens invading this Earth. This Earth that is supposed to be reflective of our world, or at least a realistic world. Well, there's also by chance invading aliens. The two super people, Superman and Amazon Prime Superboy, they fight them. And somewhere during all this, there is a nice bit tucked away with Superman saying how if he had discovered his powers at that age, he wouldn't fare much better than Amazon Prime Superboy. And eventually, the two of them, they end up moving over to the main DC universe. I think the idea is that Superman, he wants Amazon Prime Superboy to come with him and help out with Christmas on Infinite Earths. But it's not spelt out for us. And when I was rereading this, it read more like they were gunning off to stop them invading aliens. But the crossover to the main DC universe, and there's a nice bit up here where Amazon Prime Superboy says how he always wanted to be like Jordan Albert. And then Superman, he is attacked again by the Superman Revenge Squad, and he is sucked off into a porthole, and even Amazon Prime Superboy cannot stop him from slipping away. And this is continued in an issue of Superman. And then we have the origine of Amazon Prime Superboy, and this sucks out so much of the uniqueness and the appeal of Amazon Prime Superboy. It turns out he is just sharing Superman's origin, but with a few subtle differences to allow it so that nobody is aware he is an alien. Krypoton, the shit planet for shitheads. It is fucked. They didn't listen to Russell Crowe. They're probably a bunch of Twitter trolls who didn't like Master and Commander. And instead of a rocket ship, they have a teleportation system, because if a rocket ship delivered the baby to Earth, someone on Earth would know about aliens on what is meant to be the realistic Earth. Yeah, I didn't like this. I'm sure when it comes to the modern appearances of Amazon Prime Superboy, they kind of drop all this in favour of him being like the only super person in his reality, rather than just Superman on a slightly different Earth. It is the exact same backstory. The shit planet, it gans to shit. The parents send the baby off to Earth. Again, not really worth getting into too much of this. But a young couple, they are out on a hike and they find the baby in the woods. That is a bit different. The Marthas are young. That's a different idea. And because of the age, now they are portrayed as more like true parents to Amazon Prime Superboy, rather than foster parents or guardians like the original Marthas are to Superman. In this, they also address that Amazon Prime Superboy, he didn't appear to possess any powers or alien attributes. He wasn't great at sports, he could be hurt, he bleeds, etc. Maybe they should just not have bothered telling his origin story if it's just a slight variation on Superman's and it robs the character so much of what makes him unique. And it ends where it begins, with Amazon Prime Superboy and Ariel, the little mermaid, on the beach. I won't do me fish years joke again. I've already spent half a life telling that. And then the meeting of the two Supermens. I didn't really recommend this, but I do recommend it to Buffka Hustletime. He likes Silver Age Superman, so I think you'll like this. We have lame one-off aliens. We have the Superman Revenge Squad. I bet he loves the Superman Revenge Squad. Everyone else, look below in the comments when he says he doesn't like the Superman Revenge Squad and that he much prefers Sand Superman. This is a key issue. It has some significance, it has some monetary worth, but in my opinion, it doesn't have much story worth. I'll give it 7 thumbs up.